90 seconds. That's how long Major Jordan Blake had to make the call. Not 2 minutes, not 1 minute, 90 seconds. The mountain village on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border was pitch black. No moon, just infrared lasers and thermal signatures in her night vision goggles. Jordan's HK-416 rifle scope was locked on the target 15 meters ahead. Khalid Rashid, Al-Qaeda's senior operations commander, 3 years of intelligence work, 12 months of tracking operations, responsible for over 200 deaths, Kabul truck bombings, Kandahar suicide attacks, Helmand roadside IEDs. Jordan had finally found him. But Khalid wasn't alone. 12 civilians, villagers, women, elderly, children. Khalid had gathered them around himself, human shields, hands bound, trembling with fear. Jordan's finger rested on the trigger. One squeeze. Khalid dies, mission complete, but 12 innocents die too. Maybe 8, maybe 9. The 7.62 millimeter round would punch through bodies. Fragmentation, ricochet, civilians caught in the crossfire. If she didn't shoot, Khalid escapes, vanishes into the darkness, Pakistan's northern territories, tribal lands, never found again. And in 6 months, 200 more dead. According to CIA intelligence, Khalid was planning his next attack. Truck bomb at Kabul airport, civilian terminal, hundreds killed. Jordan's mind spun. 12 civilian deaths now, or 200 civilian deaths in 6 months. Through her scope, she could see Khalid's face. 40s, bearded, eyes determined. He knew American shooters were out there. He knew civilians protected him. In Jordan's earpiece, the voice from CIA. Trident 1, this is Overwatch. Target is preparing to move. You need to act now. 90 seconds before you lose visual. 90 seconds. Jordan's team waited. 4 SEAL operators. In the darkness, silent, waiting for the fire command. But the command had to come from Jordan. Shoot or don't. 12 lives now, or 200 lives later. 90 seconds. Major Jordan Blake, United States Navy SEAL, had to make the heaviest decision of her career. This is the story of that decision, and the weight she'll carry forever. Afghanistan-Pakistan border, North Waziristan, March 2019. Major Jordan Blake was 36 years old, 14 years in the Navy, 9 years as a SEAL. Jordan's path to becoming a SEAL wasn't an accident. Her father was a Marine in Vietnam, her grandfather in Korea. Family tradition, serve your country. But Jordan didn't just want to serve, she wanted to be the best. BUDS, Basic Underwater DEMOLITION/SEAL training, 6 months, 75% attrition rate, the world's toughest military training. When Jordan applied in 2016, the first year women were allowed in combat roles, the instructors looked at her skeptically. 5'8", 145 pounds, athletic build but not imposing. You won't survive here, one instructor had said. You'll quit in the first week. Jordan didn't respond. She just worked. BUD-S Phase 1. Physical conditioning, swim tests, obstacle courses, timed runs, carrying 60-pound boats, 100-pound logs, unlimited push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. Jordan finished in the top 10, every test, every run. Then came Hell Week, 5 days, 5 nights, 4 hours total sleep, constantly wet, constantly cold, constantly moving. Day 1, ocean water 55 degrees. Surf torture, lying in the ocean until hypothermia sets in. Jordan's lips turned blue. Her body stopped shivering, a bad sign. Instructors pulled her out, warmed her up, sent her back in. Day 2, hands bleeding from rope friction during boat drills, feet shredded from running in wet boots. Jordan lost 3 toenails, kept going. Day 3, hallucinations started, sleep deprivation. Jordan saw things that weren't there. Her classmates quit, rang the bell, walked away. Jordan stayed. Day 4, half the class was gone. Jordan couldn't stand, legs gave out, but she continued, crawling on her knees. Day 5, final evolution, 4-mile ocean swim in full gear, then 2-mile beach run, then 1-mile obstacle course. Jordan finished 7th in her class. The instructor saluted her. She wasn't a candidate anymore. She was on her way to becoming an operator. After BUDS came 6 months of SEAL Qualification training, close quarters battle, CQB, room clearing, hostage rescue, 5 decisions per second, wrong decision equals death. Jordan excelled here. Sniper training. This was where Jordan truly shined. Static targets, moving targets, wind calculation, distance calculation, headshot at 800 meters, 9 out of 10 hits, halo/ha-ho parachute jumps, high altitude, low opening, avoiding enemy radar, explosives and demolition, C4, claymores, breaching charges, blowing doors, blowing walls, collapsing bridges, SEER, survival, evasion, resistance, escape. The hardest part, 1 week in the forest, 0 food, enemy forces hunting you, then they capture you, torture simulation. Jordan didn't talk. Name, rank, serial number, nothing else. The instructors were impressed. Jordan graduated, top of her class. 3 deployments followed. Iraq, 2015, counter-ISIS operations in Mosul, 23 missions, 0 casualties on her team. Syria, 2016 to 2017, special reconnaissance, high-value target tracking, classified. Afghanistan, 2017 to 2019, SEAL Team 6, counterterrorism operations, 42 missions. Finding Khalid Rashid was one of them. This was Jordan's 43rd mission in Afghanistan. It would be the hardest. March 15th, 2019. 1,400 hours. SEAL Team 6, Forward Operating Base, Bagram Air Base, Afghanistan. The briefing room was concrete and steel. A projector displayed a satellite image on the wall. Commander William Garrett stood at the front, 52 years old, 28 years as a SEAL, hard face, harder eyes. "Listen up," Garrett said. "We've been hunting this man for 3 years. We finally found him." An image appeared on screen. Middle-aged man. Beard, dark eyes, white turban, Khalid Rashid. Al-Qaeda Operations Commander, Garrett continued. Responsible for the 2017 Kabul truck bombing, 123 dead. The 2018 Kandahar suicide attack, 87 dead. Helmand IED attacks, 79 dead. Jordan did the math, 289 dead, 1 man. Intelligence located him in northern Pakistan, Garrett said. North Waziristan, tribal territory. Pakistani government has no authority there. Taliban controls it. The screen changed. A village in the mountains, 20 to 30 buildings, mostly mud brick. Khalid is hiding here. CIA has been watching for 3 months. Drone footage. SIGINT, everything confirmed. He's there. Jordan studied the village layout. Narrow streets, tall buildings, easy to defend. "Mission?" Jordan asked. "Capture or kill," Garrett said. "Priority is capture. CIA wants to interrogate him, but if he resists, kill him." Team? You, Harris, Chen, Rodriguez. 4 operators, light and fast. Jordan knew her team. Petty Officer Marcus Harris, demolitions expert, 32 years old, 8 years as a SEAL, cool under pressure, reliable. Petty Officer Kevin Chen, communications specialist, 29 years old, 6 years as a SEAL, Chinese-American, fast hands, sharp mind. Petty Officer Sofia Rodriguez, sniper, 30 years old, 7 years as a SEAL, one of the first graduates from the female SEAL program, deadly accurate, good team. Jordan trusted them with her life. ROE? Jordan asked, rules of engagement. We're on Pakistani soil without permission, covert operation. Pakistan doesn't know. Stay quiet. See no one. Let no one see you. Weapons free? Only on hostile forces. Civilians are protected. Priority is Khalid. Minimize collateral damage. Jordan understood. Politically sensitive. Pakistan wasn't notified. If civilians died, diplomatic crisis. Exfil. 2 Blackhawks, 5 clicks south, holding position. Once you have Khalid, call them in. Call sign, Havoc 1 and Havoc 2. Garrett looked around the room. Questions? Silence. Okay, mission is go at 0200 tonight. Get ready. Blake, walk with me. Jordan followed Garrett outside. Bagram's cold night. Stars bright. Garrett lit a cigarette. You good for this? Yes, sir. I know you are. He exhaled smoke. But listen, this isn't just another terror op. This is political. CIA's been hunting this guy for 3 years. Pentagon's watching. White House is watching. Jordan understood. High profile, lots of scrutiny. If this goes sideways, Garrett continued, it becomes an international incident. Pakistan gets angry. Media goes crazy. Understood, sir. Garrett looked at her. Be clean. Get in, get out, get gone. No civilians, no noise. Like ghosts. Jordan nodded, but a voice in the back of her mind whispered, what if Khalid uses civilians? March 16, 2019, 01:45 hours. The Black Hawk helicopter slipped into Pakistani airspace silently. Radar evasion mode, low altitude, weaving through mountain valleys. Jordan sat in the rear compartment with her team, checking gear one final time. Her loadout, Mike 2000 helmet with AN/P, VS-31 quad-tube night vision goggles, plate carrier with ceramic trauma plates front, back, sides, HK-416 rifle, 10.4-inch barrel, suppressor, EO Tech, holographic sight, PEQ-15 laser SIG, Sauer P226 pistol, suppressed, 6 magazines, 180 rounds 5.56 millimeter. 4 frag grenades, 2 flashbangs breaching charge, combat knife medical kit radio headset, total weight 78 pounds. Jordan pulled down her NVGS. The world turned green. She could see everything, the pilot's movements, the terrain below, her team's faces. Harris gave her a thumbs up. Ready. Chen checked his radio equipment. Ready. Rodriguez verified her SR-25 sniper rifle. Ready. Jordan keyed her radio. Havoc 1, Trident 1. Status? The pilot's voice crackled in her ear. Trident 1, Havoc 1. 5 minutes to LZ, weather clear, no contacts. Copy. The helicopter banked left. Jordan felt her stomach drop. She'd done this hundreds of times, but it never got easier. The village appeared below. Dark, silent, small, too silent. 1 minute, the pilot said. Jordan stood. Her team rose with her. The helicopter descended. 50 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet. The skids touched sand. Go, go, go! Jordan jumped out. Her boots hit the ground. She moved fast, rifle up, scanning for threats. Her team fanned out behind her. The helicopter lifted off immediately. Couldn't linger. Too much noise. Silence. Just the wind and the distant sound of rotors fading. Jordan activated her radio. Trident 1 to all elements. We're on the ground. Moving to target. They moved in tactical column. Jordan on point. Rodriguez covering rear. Harris and Chen in the middle. The village was 600 meters north. They crossed desert terrain, their NVGs illuminating the landscape in grainy green. 300 meters, 200 meters, 100 meters. Jordan raised her fist. Stop. The team froze. She scanned the village through her NVGs, mud brick walls, single gate, no lights, no movement, but something felt wrong. She zoomed her optic, looked at the roof, there, heat signature, 1 guard, a K-47, smoking a cigarette. Jordan keyed her radio, whispered, Rodriguez, rooftop, northeast corner, single hostile. I see him, Rodriguez whispered back. Hold fire, we go quiet. Copy. Jordan signaled her team. Move up. They crept forward, 20 meters from the wall. Then Jordan's earpiece crackled, static. She tapped her radio. Nothing. She looked at Chen. He shook his head. His radio was dead too. Shit. Electronic malfunction. Backup frequencies weren't working either. No comms with Bagram. No QRF coordination. No exfil call. But the mission was still on. Khalid was inside. Jordan made the decision. Continue. They reached the wall. Harris placed a small breaching charge on the gate. Shape charge. Just enough to blow the lock, not bring down the wall. Jordan counted down with her fingers. 3, 2, 1, boom. The gate blew inward. Smoke and dust. Jordan went through first, rifle up. The compound courtyard was empty. No, wait. Heat signatures through the walls in the main room, not 12. Jordan's blood ran cold. 43. She counted again. Same result. This wasn't light security. This was a fortress. Jordan's mind raced. Intel said 5 to 8 hostiles. There were 43 people, 4 SEALs against 30-plus fighters, and 12 hostages in the middle. She signaled her team, hold position. They stacked up against the wall of the main building. Jordan peeked through a window. Inside, one man, middle-aged, bearded, white turban, Khalid Rashid. Around him, 12 civilians, hands bound, blindfolded, sitting on the floor. Surrounding them, armed Taliban fighters, AK-47s, PKM machine guns, RPGs. Jordan counted. 31 fighters total. This wasn't an improvised kidnapping. This was a trap. They'd known the SEALs were coming. Jordan's jaw clenched. Someone had leaked the mission, or the Taliban had anticipated it. Didn't matter now. What mattered? Khalid Rashid was there, and he was moving. Chen whispered, "LT, they're moving, gathering the civilians." I see it. Khalid was organizing the civilians, positioning them around himself, human chain. And he was heading toward the door, toward the moonlight, toward open ground. Jordan understood. Khalid was using the civilians as shields. He knew American shooters were out there, and he knew SEALs wouldn't shoot through civilians. Smart. But he made one mistake. He was moving into open ground, into Rodriguez's line of fire. Jordan thought fast. Rodriguez can shoot at 800 meters, but with civilians surrounding the target, ricochet risk, one trigger pull. Khalid dies. But how many civilians? Jordan's radio was dead. Damn. She used hand signals. Rodriguez, prepare for shot, stand by. Rodriguez nodded, positioned her SR-25. Jordan brought her scope back to Khalid. 12 civilians. Khalid in the center, human shield formation. If Rodriguez fired, Khalid would definitely die. But the bullet would pass through 2, maybe 3 civilians before reaching him. Not 5.56 millimeter rounds, 7.62 millimeters, sniper rounds. One body wouldn't stop it, through and through. Multiple casualties. Jordan's hands were shaking. This was the decision. Take the shot, kill Khalid, kill civilians, or let him escape. Save civilians. Khalid kills 200 more. Jordan's mind went to her training. SEAL instructors had drilled one principle into her head. Mission first, not the operator, not even the hostages, the mission. The mission here was neutralize Khalid Rashid, prevent future attacks. If she let him escape, he'd kill 200 more in 6 months. If she took the shot, maybe 8 civilians died, maybe 10, 8 now or 200 later. The math was simple, but the weight was crushing. Jordan looked at her team, 3 faces in the dark, waiting for her call. Harris whispered, "LT, we can flank. Try to separate him from the civilians." "No time," Jordan said. "He's moving. 60 seconds before he's in the mountains." Chen added, "If we let him go, we'll never find him again." Jordan knew. This was the only chance. She looked through her scope again. Khalid was walking, civilians shuffling around him, heading north. 50 meters from the village, 40 meters, 30 meters. Jordan's earpiece crackled. The CIA liaison, somehow breaking through the dead comms for one transmission. Trident 1, Overwatch. Target is moving out of the kill zone. You have 60 seconds. After that, we lose him forever. Your call. 60 seconds. Jordan's breathing was steady. Her hands were steady, but her mind was screaming. 12 civilians, maybe 8 will die, maybe 10, but 200 will live. Is that the right math? She thought about the 200 people who would die in Khalid's next attack. Families, children, innocent people at Kabul airport. She thought about the 8 civilians who would die if she pulled the trigger right now. Future deaths versus immediate deaths. Probability versus certainty. The mission versus her conscience. Jordan closed her eyes for 1 second. In that second, she saw 2 futures. Future A. She doesn't shoot. Khalid escapes. 6 months later, truck bomb at Kabul airport. 200 dead. Body parts scattered, children screaming. And Jordan knowing, I could have stopped this. Future B. She shoots. Khalid dies. 8 civilians die too. Their families mourn. And Jordan carries their deaths forever. Which future could she live with? Jordan opened her eyes. She keyed her dead radio, knowing Rodriguez was watching her hand signals. 1 finger up. Take the shot. Rodriguez adjusted her position, controlled breathing, aligned the scope. Jordan whispered, though no one could hear through the dead comms, God forgive me. Rodriguez's finger touched the trigger. Through her scope, Khalid Rashid, center mass, 12 civilians around him, 3 directly in the line of fire. She calculated. Wind, 4 knots from the east, distance, 247 meters, target moving at 1.2 meters per second, lead the shot, account for movement, account for penetration. Rodriguez exhaled slowly. Heart rate dropping, pulse steady, crack. The SR-25 rifle coughed, suppressed but not silent. The 7.62 millimeter round left the barrel at 2,800 feet per second. It covered 247 meters in 0.3 seconds. It hit the first civilian, an elderly woman, in the shoulder. Passed through. Bone and tissue fragmenting. It hit the second civilian, a young man, in the chest. Passed through. Lung collapsed. It hit Khalid Rashid in the center of the chest, stopped in his spine. Khalid dropped. The civilians screamed. Taliban fighters opened fire wildly into the darkness. They didn't know where the shot came from. Jordan's team didn't move, stayed hidden, let the panic unfold. 30 seconds of chaos. Then the Taliban realized their leader was dead. Some fighters grabbed the civilians, started executing them. No. Jordan made another call. Engage! Weapons free! Harris threw a frag grenade into the cluster of fighters. Boom! Chen opened fire. Tap, tap, tap. 3 fighters down. Rodriguez picked off targets methodically. Crack, crack, crack. Jordan charged forward. Her HK-416 on full auto. Brr rap. 60 seconds of absolute violence. When the gunfire stopped, Jordan counted. All Taliban fighters neutralized, but the civilians. Jordan ran to them, 3 dead. The elderly woman, the young man. A teenage girl caught in crossfire, 9 alive, terrified, wounded, but alive. Harris was already cutting zip ties. Chen was calling for medevac on the backup radio frequency, finally working. Rodriguez approached Jordan. Said nothing, just looked at the 3 bodies. Jordan knelt beside the elderly woman. Her eyes were still open, lifeless. I killed you, Jordan thought. I chose to kill you. She closed the woman's eyes. Chen's voice. Medevac inbound, 10 minutes. Jordan stood, looked at Khalid's body, dead. Mission accomplished. 3 civilians dead, 9 alive. Khalid neutralized, future attack prevented. Was it worth it? Jordan didn't know. September 2019, San Diego, California. Jordan Blake's apartment, 3:14 a.m. Jordan couldn't sleep. Again. She stared at the ceiling, dark, silent, but her mind screamed. 6th night in a row, or maybe more. She'd stopped counting. She closed her eyes and saw them. Amina Hassan, 67, grandmother of 8, Rodriguez's round through her shoulder, died instantly. Jamal Ahmadi, 23, engineering student, building bridges someday. The bullet pierced his lung. Took 4 minutes. Jordan held pressure. The blood wouldn't stop. His eyes dimmed slowly. Fatima Karimi, 16, high school, first boyfriend, college dreams, caught in crossfire, died in Jordan's arms, those confused eyes asking why. Jordan opened her eyes. 0321, 7 minutes reliving March 16th. She got up, made coffee in the dark, took a sip, cold. She'd forgotten to wait. Through the window, San Diego slept. Normal people, normal lives. Somewhere across the world, 3 families grieved. Amina's grandchildren, Jamal's parents staring at his textbooks, Fatima's mother holding her school uniform. Jordan would never meet them, never explain, never apologize. I saved 200 people. Would that matter to them? No. For them, just 3 dead. 3 names, 3 graves, 3 empty chairs. The CIA report sat in her locked desk drawer. Khalid Rashid network dismantled. Kabul airport attack prevented. Estimated casualties avoided, 200 to 250. 250 people alive, walking airports, hugging families, living, because 3 died. The math, 3 for 250. Good trade, strategically. But math didn't account for Amina's smile. Jamal's bridges never built. Fatima's first kiss never happening. Math was cold. The weight was heavy. 417. In 2 hours, sunrise, another day, another mission. But the same faces, always the same faces. Every night at 3 a.m., every mirror, every closed eye. Amina, Jamal, Fatima. Commander Garrett asked last week, "Blake, you want some leave?" "No, sir, I'm fine." But she wasn't fine. She was functional, not the same. 4:52. Jordan dressed, running gear, 5:00. If she ran hard enough, maybe tonight she'd sleep. Maybe. Probably not. She stepped outside. San Diego dawn, cold, started running, past the beach, past joggers, past normal lives, running from the faces, but they ran with her. Always, Amina, Jamal, Fatima, 3 names carved forever, 3 lives taken to save 250. Was it right? She'd never know, but she made the call and lived with it. Every sleepless night, every 3 a.m., that was the weight of command.